I'm back. I'm back. I finished my ginger cookies. I'm trying to think of something else I can use to keep my glasses up. I did have some damage with my bleach, but it still feels good. It still feels nice. It still feels good. I'm still drinking my coffee. I suppose I should try to make myself look a little bit more presentable. Hello. What can I do with my hair? I can almost put it in little buns. Almost. Oh, here's a thingy. Almost. I got some hair things at the Dollarium or the Dollarium. These are pink, but you can't really tell. It came with pink, green, and purple. I'm not sure how long they'll last because when I took them off the little cardboard, the first one I opened, it broke. It still works, but the top part split. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to get my book. Okay? If you have any hair requests, like tell me what to do with my hair, please tell me. I'll be right back with a book, and it's hot, so I'm going to change my shirt. Hey, look. Jack's got a big giraffe. Here's the book. I'm very good at getting all kinds of cluttery junk on my desk, but I try not to do it here. Because I live in such a small space, I try to make sure I don't leave junk everywhere. Like I don't have too much over on this side here, but enough that it's starting to annoy me. Hi. Okay, feel a little better. I've got my book. I've got at my hair, um, like I didn't do anything to it. I saw this, well, quite a few pictures, but one in particular that I really liked, this picture of Debbie Harry, where she's wearing this blue glittery dress and she has blue eyeshadow that matches perfectly, and her hair is all messy but looks good. And I'm like, why can't I have messy hair that looks good? It's just not meant to be. I'm trying to read your message. Anna's ginger thins are so good. Yeah, I never had them before. Well, I'm a huge fan of ginger things in general. Like I like gingerbread and ginger cookies. Yeah, gingerbread. The spice. Yeah, I can't see a thing. I was looking for Biscoff cookies because I was talking to my friend Audrey about cookies and things. And she was saying how she likes Biscoff. And I was like, hey, I've heard of that. And then I looked it up and I thought, wait, right. They're like in a red and white package. I've seen these before. And then I remembered my drugstore is very small. And so that's where I remembered seeing them, because every time I go in, I see these cookies. And then I think I said all this in my last live. I'm still hot. This is like my favorite shirt because it reminds me of my favorite TV show from the 80s. It's like a shirt they would have worn, reminds me of. But I have a real issue with sleeves this length. It's like either have no sleevey or make it nice and long. But I'm like, I know it looks cute, that length, but it is, I'm always pulling on it. Yes, this reminds me of my favorite TV show of all time, which was on for only a couple of years in the 80s. It takes place in the early 60s, and it's called Rags to Riches. It was like a drama / comedy and musical. They'd break into 60s songs, and they would change the lyrics to fit the plot of the show. And it was just the best. And this reminds me, it makes me think of something they would wear on that show. My favorite was Diane, the blonde. Hello. Yeah. My lack of schedule, I should say. I was on earlier. I didn't read anything. Well, I actually announced the, next book. I hate these glasses with every fiber of my being. Oh, I might have to go put a tank top on. Why is it so hot? I don't want, oh, okay. I'm not going to open the window. Stop flooding down. Yeah, so I announced the next book. Oh, and I've recorded half of chapter 15 of The Twin Dilemma. So I didn't know if I'd be able to record the whole thing, but just having half of it done feels good. So when I open it up again, I'll only have a few more pages to read. Why is it hot? Oh, the whole series is on YouTube. Knock on wood. It's been on for a few years, so I'm always afraid it's going to get deleted. I mean, you can buy it on DVD and stuff, but I don't have a DVD player. It's just nice to have it. Because I was in love with this show, me and my best friend. And we would hold up our tape recorders to the TV speaker when the songs came on, and we'd record the songs from Rags to Riches, and we'd sing them. And I remember after it was finished, I would go in my room and dance and pretend I was Diane Foley. Anyway, I have it on a playlist. I'm having trouble loading things on YouTube Music today. I have way too many albums and things saved to my library in YouTube Music, and they're not loading. Like 10 or so will load, and then the little circles going like, oh, we're loading, but it never loads. So I'm having trouble with music, getting to my music. But my playlists on YouTube, ooh, you know what? I would have to sign out to find it. But anyway, it's called Rags to Riches. The pilot was like a 2-hour movie, and then it was on for 2 seasons. Rags to Riches TV show. Well, maybe someone else made it into a playlist. Rags to Riches, full episodes. They don't have all of them here, but this is the show. Whoops, copy, paste. This is the show. So does anyone remember what happened at the end of chapter 14? Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Nancy's being pursued by pursuers. Oh, yeah, the dog. There was a dog. I must get away, she told herself. Her relief was short-lived. Her pursuers had picked up her trail. Coming toward her was a car. There was no chance of escape. Ah, cool. Yeah, I miss her. She lives in a different province now. Well, she has lived in a few different provinces over the years, and I miss her. We email each other, but it's not the same, you know. Nancy stared at the car tensely. With a gentle squeal of brakes, it rolled to a stop. Its lights dimmed. Was she to be rescued or captured? China Clay Pit. Oh, well, yeah. I'm doing all the ones that I have. If you do run out, I'm sure you can find something else to listen to. In the meantime, my bestie lives on the other side of the state. So, yeah. I haven't seen her in a long, long time. Now, I hate it when I get confused. Oh, this is a pretty long chapter. Ooh, this is the longest chapter. So we'll read this, and then I think it'll just be one chapter for tonight. Do we need a, I looked at a few sentences in the last chapter we read. I know that there was those, they're like a cult or something. There was a mastiff, Lavender Sisters. Oh, you don't have to hush. I mean, I get distracted easily I distract myself. So, yeah, the last chapter was called Mad Dash, and the chapter before that had a illustration where go away and never return, the woman ordered. That was 2 chapters ago. And Nancy is alone. Oh, wait, is she? Yeah. Well, you'll figure it out. Okay. Chapter 15, Hot on the Trail. Nancy stood frozen to the spot. Not a sound permeated the woods from the direction of the car. Then from somewhere behind her came a woman's voice. That dog must have opened the gate. You know he did it once before. We may as well go back. Nancy was jubilant. The Lavender Sisters did not know she had been inside the enclosure. But there was still uncertainty ahead. Courageously, she stood her ground to see what would happen down the lane. A moment later, a small figure bounded out of the darkness. "Togo!" Nancy exclaimed joyously, and she hurried forward. In a few moments, she was joined by Bess, George, Dick Milton, and Hannah Gruen. Nancy, are you all right? Nancy. Oh, I'm not going to do voices. Nancy, are you all right? Hannah whispered hoarsely. I read a few Mary Higgins Clark books. I've never heard of Janet Ivanovich. She stopped breathlessly in front of Nancy and hugged her. "Yes, I'm all right, but I'm certainly glad to see you." "Hypers," said George. "You sure scared us." "What happened?" Bess demanded. Nancy told her story. She ended by telling Dick that despite her efforts, she had learned nothing new about the China clay pit. "The important thing is that you're safe," Hannah Gruen declared. "Now let's get out of here. I'm sure your father will be terribly upset when he hears about this." "Where is Dad?" Nancy asked. "He received an urgent telephone call from Washington," Mrs. Gruen explained, "and caught the afternoon plane. He doesn't know how long he'll be gone." Nancy nodded. She wondered if the lawyer's trip to Washington concerned the Engs. Her thoughts were interrupted by Bess. "George and I couldn't imagine what in the world had happened to you in that enclosure," Bess said as they walked toward her car. "We waited and waited. When you didn't answer after I called, George was all for going inside to find you. Then your note came over the fence and we didn't know what to think." "But we hid in the woods," George said, "just as you warned us to do." "And not a second too soon, I can tell you," Bess went on. "We'd hardly jumped behind a tree when the Lavender sister came outside." I got a cough. I gotta sneeze. No. Yeah. No. "What about the ladder?" Nancy queried, still curious. "Couldn't she see it?" We took the ladder away and hid it right after you let yourself down inside, since you said you were coming out the gate," George replied. "When the woman opened the gate," Bess took up the story, "we saw that awful mastiff chained right inside the gate." She gave a slight shudder. "So we knew you couldn't get out." After the Lavender sister had re-entered the enclosure, the cousins explained, they had hurried through the woods to Bess's car and driven to Nancy's home to get her father. Upon learning that the lawyer had left for Washington, Bess had telephoned Dick Milton and asked him to return with them. Hannah Gruen, upset and anxious, had announced that she and Togo would go along too. "It's a good thing we found the lane earlier," George declared, "or we couldn't have got here so fast." "And a good thing I took it," Nancy said ruefully, "or you'd have missed me." They got into Bess's car, turned on the narrow lane, and drove off. The headlights focused on Nancy's convertible, still parked in the small clearing. Mrs. Gruen had brought the spare ignition key. Oh my God, it's hot in here. Is anyone else hot? Oh, everything's like too low. I always read hunched over, and that's not good. But I can't see. I cannot see. Okay, I'm going to read like this, I guess. Where was I? Oh, I hate these glasses. Like, they'd work better even if they stayed on. My eyes are messed up. Oh, this book is heavy. I don't know if I can read anymore. It's really hot. I'm sorry, I can't read anymore. Okay, I'll change the title. And I'll start over next time when I'm feeling better. Sorry about that. I thought I was going to be able to read, but I can't. I'm just too tired. This light is too bright. Oh my God. Now you can't see anything, I don't think. Yeah, I gotta get off here. I'm sorry. I'm just so hot and I can't even hold my book. I just have no strength. Sorry about that. It frustrates me. Like, I'm frustrated because I'm tired of being weak and not having any energy. It's just, and as I've been told, it could last for a few years. So I don't know when I'm going to get used to it because I'm not a slow person. I'm a quick person. So it's hard. I mean, if I was used to being slow and it would be okay, you know? But thank you, Claire. Thanks. I'm probably just, I need air. Like, I got to open the door or the window, not just turn the heat down. I need air. Oh, I can't imagine like how many times I've complained about the hospital and how I can't breathe in there, but it's the same thing. As soon as the air, the outside hits me, I feel better. I don't understand people who can stay indoors all day without any windows open, like, and not go outside. Just, oh, I would simply perish. Yeah, it's really dark now. So, okay, for anyone who didn't know, you'd have to watch my long live from earlier today. The next book after The Twin Dilemma, you know what? I'd feel better if I just put on my summer clothes, like my little thing and my little thing, because oh my God, I don't understand how people can like wear sweaters. Yes, my next book that I'll be reading is The Invisible Intruder. And that's going to be fun because I really miss Ned and the Nedlings. They're not in The Twin Dilemma. I mean, the story's okay, but it's definitely not one of my favorites, The Twin Dilemma. What about y'all? Are you enjoying it? See, I feel better now that I have the light off and my glasses off, so maybe I'll stay a while longer. I'm going to change again into something even cooler. But in the chat, tell me what you think about The Twin Dilemma and if you're enjoying it, okay? You can watch it. Oh, it's Chrissy's Secret Admirer. I've got Three's Company on. Oh. Okay. I put a skirt on, so I think I'm feeling a little bit better already. Ugh. Okay. But I do have to put my glasses on now and then. I'm the same way. I have to have moving air or I feel claustrophobic. Yes, I do. I started knitting something. I'll turn my light on. My nephew gave me a huge ball of yarn at Christmas time. Oops, I better go put this back. Please remember, chapter 15 is where we are. Okay. This is my big ball of yarn. It's like a grayish color. And I started this when Herbie was still here. I was like, what am I gonna knit? I don't like using patterns. Wait a minute, I'm hot. Why am I doing this? But I like cardigans because, you don't have to have them done up. As I said, I don't like to be hot. And I don't have very many cardigans. So I thought, this is a sleeve I started. I don't know, I probably did too many increases, but it's gonna have like really big sleeves, really wide sleeves, I guess. And I don't like using patterns, so I'm just gonna figure it out myself. But here is the start of a sleeve. Yeah, I mean, I was like, I started with this, right? And then I was like, okay, now I have to do my increases. So I started with 20 stitches. And then for my increases, I went up to 80. I have 80 stitches right now. And it's not going to get any bigger. I went to 80 and now I'm just keeping it like that as I go up the sleeve. So I'll make 2 of those. And then I'll figure out the rest of it. I think it's not going to be a long cardigan. I like cropped things quite a bit. So I think it's going to have pretty nice long sleeves, but the body won't be very, very long. I think that'll be cute somehow. Like I can't really picture it right now, but it'll just come together as I go. That's the fun way to do it. Yeah. I got this much of it done when Herbie was still here, before he went to his grandparents. And I don't care about, well, these are my increases. I just do KFBs instead of, the left leaning so that it looks proper. I don't care. But that's what I have so far. Hey, I should just sit here and knit some. I was so excited. I mean, I know I was going to miss Herbie, and I do. I've been crying a lot, but I thought I was going to get so much done. Like, oh my God, I'm going to knit. I'm going to finish my sleeve. This is the first time I knit since he left. Yeah, they have an interesting little look. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I think that's the easiest increase. And then you don't have to think about doing them left or doing them right. I don't care. And I magic loop everything. So I'm doing magic loop. Now, I don't enjoy working from this big ball of yarn. It's not the most fun, because it's like, oh, okay, come on. It doesn't pull beautifully, but I'm not going to like wind up that whole thing. That would be ridiculous. Right now, it's just easy, fun knitting. So let's see, what do I talk about? It rained today and was very gross, and then it snowed and was very beautiful. What? I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Claire Thompson. Okay, sometimes people on YouTube, like you have your screen names, and then a lot of people have different screen names, such as on where some of you guys donate to me on Coffee or Ko-Fi, whatever it's called. And sometimes I'm not sure if I'm talking to the same person or not. I love rain, but not in the winter. Snow. I don't want any rain in the winter because it just makes ice. and I need snow in the winter. It didn't snow here for the longest time, and it was so ugly and depressing outside because the trees have no leaves and everything just looks so awful. Hello, Leanne Smith. Yes, I started a new laptop fund because in my shopping cart, I have my perfect, wonderful new laptop that is going to be so good because the latest issue with mine is that my speakers are not working. So yes, I started another new fundraiser, and I've got one donation of $25 so far. So thank you. I can share a link to it. Well, if you go over into my on my channel page and go under community, you'll see a link to it. But I will share it. Yes, it was Claire. Oh, for the last time. Right. Yeah, I made a huge mistake on that. I mean, I'm still going to keep this one. Obviously, it'll be like my backup one, but there's so many issues with it. And now the next one, my new one is perfect. And I've consulted with people who know what they're talking about or like know about computers. So I've chosen one that is going to be the best for my needs, and I cannot wait. I have a lot of, I don't need funding for the whole thing. Like I have quite a bit. I have more than half. But if anyone wants to just, yeah, it's really hard, especially when you don't know too much about it. You know, there's just so many details and things. But this one seems to be like it's going to be the best one for me. And I'm really excited. Now, where is my link? Oh, here it is. So when I put a link in the chat here, it's not clickable, so you have to copy it and stuff. Paste. Yes, and I put a photo of Herb on it, looking very adorable. Just for fun, because I thought I should put a picture there. I miss that boy. I've talked to my mom twice so far since Herb went to stay with his grandparents, and he's just having the time of his young life. He really is. Oh, I'm looking at the picture of Herb right now. He's so cute. He's looking up with his bright, shiny eyes, and he's making a little circle with his pom-poms. He's saying, "Please help mommy get a brand new laptop." He doesn't talk like that. Purina the Pocket Mouse, I thought he'd be more excited that Herbie's visiting his grandparents, but he's just hanging out in his boat as per usual. Oh, I feel better now. Like my legs are nice and chilly. I love it. Wow, it says there are 8 people here. Hello. Aloha. Yeah, I'm getting a Lenovo ThinkPad. 7 people. Isn't he the cutest? Oh, what a little man. He's a tinker. That's what my mom says. Well, that's what she said about her last cat. Her last cat was my aunt's cat. Then my aunt moved to Saskatchewan a few years ago. And so her cat, Samantha Stevens, hi, Dixie. The cat, Samantha Stevens, lived with my mom. Samantha Stevens, like in Bewitched. And then, but Samantha went to heaven, the Rainbow Bridge last year. Anyway, yeah, she was a little black cat. She was a small cat, and Herbie's about the size of her now. So my parents have another black cat in the house. I don't even know what a Surface Pro is. I'm going to look that up. There are so many things these days. It always makes me think of mascara, like just, things in general, or shampoo, Do we need that many things to choose from? Do you need a whole aisle of shampoo? Back in the olden days, they didn't have that many options, and I think life was easier without so many. Oh man, Windows 11, don't get me started. Why can't I use Windows XP or 95? Why can't I? It's what I like. It's what works for me. Surface Pro. Oh. Ooh, it looks very streamlined. Oh, look at that. You can get a green one. Cool. Yeah, I'm very upset. Well, I know I have to get a boring silver or black computer. That's just the way things are in the world. I can't get a nice shiny pink computer, but I can put stickers on it. I can customize it to me. I could do get like roses and do like a decoupage on it. That's a bit I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Anyway, I'll think of it later. But I could get some vintage stickers. I could get some 80s stickers, rainbows and unicorns, because I'm stuck in the 80s still. Windows 8.1. Well, when I got this new one, it had Windows 10 on it, and I had to get it all set up. And then all of a sudden it was like, you have to update to Windows 11. You have to. If it still works, that's great. Oh, I've heard of that. A Cricut. That's one of those cutting things, right? That scrapbookers use. Scrapbooker. Cricut. It's a cute name too. I have no idea what you mean though. Custom vinyl stuff. Oh, that reminds me. I can play my records now. But I'd rather have Herbie around. Custom vinyl stuff. Like, give me an example of what you mean. How do you even do such a thing? Die cutting. Oh, I've heard of that, but I don't really know what it means. I can use it to cut shapes. Oh, cool. Yeah, mine's a Dell. The one I have right now is Dell. Oh, neat. I'll look it up right now. Cricut. Die cutting machine. Oh, neato. So you can make stickers with that? Oh, cute. Oh, how cute. It's so cute. So if you like found an image online or something, like if you design something in Photoshop, you could make that into a sticker. Hey, man. I make a lot of car window stickers. Cool. I don't know why I just thought of baby on board. I saw a picture of a car, and on the back it said baby on board, and it was like a doll baby on a wooden board. Oh, Lord. Hey, I bought my computer HP from the pawn shop. Cool. And it works. That's awesome. I should go hang out in a pawn shop. I don't know. It's making me think of an old movie or something. You get these ideas in your head, like, oh, that would be so cool. That would be fun. It would be like an old movie. Then you go there and it's like, this isn't what I thought it would be. Our gym teacher at my school had one, and we use it all the time for assemblies. Wait a minute. Is that the Cricut thing? Oh no, you're talking about your laptop. Okay. Okay. I got a little confused. The ones I make are single color cuts, so things like text, silhouettes, and pieced shapes. I'm not good at explaining things either. I have to like draw things out, or I need visuals. I'm not good at, well, I'm okay with words sometimes, but if I need to explain the way something looks, I have to draw it. A good what? I can't see what it says because the stupid heart is over the text here. I'm looking for a good imug link. The heart is over your word. Let me go like this and just put gibberish in. Oh, I'm looking for a good image to link. Cool. I really get into things. So like when I get my new computer and I want to kind of make it more Nancy, it's going to be a project. Oh, my message was just gibberish so I could see the next words. Okay, good. Isn't it annoying when you're trying to read? Why is there only one like? Oh, thank you, Francis. I see two. I like my own stuff, so I'll give it a like after. Oh, it's that one. Darn. That's my favorite. I see Mr. Furley. Do I? No, I can't tell from here. Yep, Mr. Furley. He's my favorite. Of the landlords, Mr. Furley's my fave. I love him so much. Yeah, CTV, which is a Canadian TV network, they on their streaming thing, they have one section that is all old classic TV. And yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday, I think. They got Three's Company, and I'm so excited because I've loved that show since I was tiny. Right, that's Mr. Roper. It's always when he insults Mrs. Roper that he breaks the fourth wall and looks into the camera and giggles. Isn't that great? Oh, yeah, he laughs at all his own jokes. I'm thinking of when he actually looks at the camera while he's laughing. It seems to be always after he's insulted his wife. Oh, which episode is this? If I press a button, it doesn't say the episode. I'd have to go back. It doesn't say the episode. I would have to go back. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have a absolute favorite episode, but I really like the one where they go to Chrissy's aunt's farm and they sleep in the barn. That's a really fun one. Yes, I know. But see, in Canada, we have Pluto TV Canada, and they don't have the Three's Company channel. But I don't care anymore because now I've got the whole series. And one good thing about this CTV app, they don't play tons of commercials. Like I noticed on Pluto that they have so many commercials. It's almost unbearable. Yeah, we have Pluto, but it's different. It's Canadian Pluto. So we don't have the Three's Company channel, but I don't care anymore because I've got it on CTV Throwback. I want to watch Murder, She Wrote. I never was into it, but my best friend watched it. And I do think of it as like a cozy show. Like, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to put on Murder, She Wrote. Which my number one cozy comfort TV show is Newhart. Not the Bob Newhart show, but Newhart, where he runs an inn in Vermont. Yeah, I just always got the feel that it was a cozy show just from the setting, and it's just kind of charming-ish, you know? Like nothing too intense. Sure, people get murdered and stuff, but it's like just a fun show. Creature Features. Creature Features, is that like old monster movies and stuff? Love it. Right. I have so many old shows and movies saved, but I end up watching the same things over and over again, you know? Like I put the Lucy show on or Facts of Life over and over and over. I did start watching One Day at a Time. I was kind of getting into that, but I find it a bit overwhelming since there's so many seasons of that show. But I really enjoy the, I can't remember her name. Is it Julie? Whoever Mackenzie Phillips' character is. Is it Julie? I think so. Cornily dramatic. I like a lot of TV and movies. I'm just, yeah, I think so too. I don't like much modern stuff. And I'm glad actually, because that would just be too overwhelming. I mean, I'm never going to run out of old movies to watch, old TV shows, old music to listen to, old books to read. So I'm fine living in the past. Miss Marple. See, like I've never read any. That's Agatha Christie, right? And didn't the lady from Keeping Up Appearances, didn't she play one of those detective characters? The Nancy Drew series, only the 70s one. I'm not into the new one. Doesn't appeal to me at all. If that's the one you mean, I think it's on what do they call it? The WB, the Warner Brothers channel, the new one. But I like the one from the 70s where it's Hardy Boys one week and then Nancy the next week. Those ones are fun. Although I wish that they had Bess and George. Yeah. Yep, I like it. The one of the chick from Dynasty, Pamela Sue Martin. I had a few Three Investigators. That's the Alfred Hitchcock ones, right? Yeah, I had a couple. I had to downsize, so I had to donate them. There's just so much. It's overwhelming, you know? I'm easily overwhelmed. Oh, it's a pop-up's coming saying they just inserted some ads because like, this is monetized. And they ask you all these options before you go live. They're like, how many ads do you want? Do you want aggressive advertising? Balanced advertising? I just click the middle one. It's like average amount of ads. I don't want aggressive advertising. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My Pluto has Dynasty. I never watched that show. It's like, you know, I knew all these shows. I knew of them, like kind of some of the actors and the theme songs and stuff. But I'd never watched Dynasty. I watched Knots Landing. I remember watching that at my aunt's house. I don't remember any of the plots or stories, but I remember the actors. I think Nicolette Sheridan was on that, right? And I thought she was pretty. And then China Phillips' mother, Michelle Phillips, was on that, right? I don't play the new Nancy Drew games. I like the older ones. I'm not good at them. Like, I find them fun. I don't really, it's not the challenge I like. It's just kind of fun. And I always play on Junior Detective and I will use walkthroughs to figure out puzzles that I don't want to do, you know? I just like the parts. I like the graphics and the music and going around and exploring and talking to people and whatnot. The puzzles, I don't really enjoy. I don't know if I have an absolute favorite. I really like Danger on Deception Island. I like that one a lot for some reason. Oh, and I love the Nancy Drew movies from the late 30s with Bonita Granville. Oh, they're so nice. Yes, China Phillips. They're half sisters. Yeah, because they both have they had the same dad, John Phillips. I don't really know much about Mackenzie Astin, so I don't know who her mom is. But I've always been a big Wilson Phillips fan from when they started. And before that, I was a fan of the Beach Boys, so it was like, wow, cool. It's two Beach Boy daughters and China Phillips. Yeah, they're half sisters. I'm subscribed to China Phillips' YouTube channel, and not too long ago, she had her sister Mackenzie on, and they talked for quite a bit. One of her latest videos. Well, look at me go. See, I'm just knitting plain, so I don't really have to pay attention, which is nice. You know, I'm not counting or anything. I'm just knitting. Maybe I should go like this so you can actually see me knitting. Hey, is that better? Yeah, so much I have to do. I've been saying it for a few years now. I have to go get my eyes examined. I definitely need new glasses. I always buy my glasses at the eye doctor's, but I think that's silly because, well, wait, now I know why. Because I have to try them on. I know they have those things online where you can upload your photo and see what they look like, but that's not the same as actually trying them on. It doesn't look the same. And I'm very picky about glasses. It's a reason why I had to order sunglasses because I can't find ones that I like. I don't know who that is. Yeah, Mackenzie Phillips. It's the daughter of John Phillips from the Mamas and the Papas. And then China Phillips is the daughter of John Phillips and Michelle Phillips. I'm not a big Mamas and the Papas fan. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me too much. Like, I don't dislike them, but I'm just not really into them. I'm a Beach Boys girl. I don't know Cynthia Rothrock. Lady Dragon, that's a movie? Is that a movie? I've never heard of it. I'll look it up. Oh, I can't copy and paste from here? Yes, I can. Wait, who's this? I don't know her. Yes, madam. Tiger Claws. Sworn to Justice. Action movies. Yeah, that's probably why I've never heard of her. Martial artist. Oh, yeah, I don't watch martial arts films. I'm sure I've seen a few. I'm just looking at her. In this one, she's got short hair, but she has long hair. I'm seeing mostly new pictures. In this picture, must be from the 80s. She's blonde and has shoulder-length hair. No, I've never heard of her. Yeah, I'm seeing older pictures where she's got short blonde hair. But I don't know her. What happened? Okay, I'm back. Nope, I don't know where. I feel like spraying some of my rose stuff on me. Then let me go get my perfume, my Yardley perfume. Oh, my legs. Now it's Mr. Furley and, now it's Jack and Janet. What are they doing? I didn't even realize it was going to be this big because the last time it was a few years ago. I don't know, like 6 years ago, 6 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, was the last time that I got a Yardley perfume, and it was smaller than this. And that was Lily of the Valley, which I absolutely love. But I got English Rose. It's really a nice soft pink color, but it doesn't show. And it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I didn't look. I just assumed it was the same size. It smells nice, but I don't really smell roses at all. Whereas this one, which I got at the drugstore, and I smelled all of them. I smelled all the testers. And they all smelled good. And they have the cutest packaging. But I took this one, which had a broken tester. So I took the one I couldn't smell just because I thought it was the cutest. Isn't that the cutest? And it just smells like rose water. It's absolutely beautiful. Since I ran out of rose water, I like it. At first I was like, wow, it just smells like rose water. And then I thought, I love rose water. That's fine. It's absolutely adorable. Oops, I'm not reading. God Only Knows. You know what? I mean, I love Pet Sounds. It's a beautiful album. But I find God Only Knows is just too depressing. A lot of that album is just too depressing for me. My favorite song on there is the one that doesn't really belong on there. It's Sloop John B. I love that song. My favorite Beach Boys album is Summer Days and Summer Nights. I love that album. It has my favorite song, Girl Don't Tell Me. And I'm a huge fan of Salt Lake City. And then it's got You're So Good to Me. And it's got that beautiful instrumental song. And well, I just love that album. She's a teeny woman. Martial arts is really good. Yeah, she looked interesting. I like her short blonde hair. Enola Holmes. Oh, whenever I hear Enola, I think of Enola Gay. Completely different. Okay. Now, is that the niece of Sherlock? Oh, the sister. Okay. Enola Holmes. I just saw Enola and I thought of Enola Gay. Now, what is Enola Gay? This has something to do with war. What is Enola Gay? Let me look it up. It's a Boeing B-29 Super Fortress bomber named. Okay. Oh, right. It was the first aircraft to drop an atomic bomb in warfare. And it's also a song by Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. Okay, that's what I always think of. I think of that song and atomic bombs every time I see the word Enola. Well, it sounds fun. I'm going to see if there's any, what was it? Cynthia Rothrock? Sounds like the kind of stuff they would have on my streaming apps. I have YouTube on there, on the TV, and CTV and Tubi, and I just put Pluto on there. But I don't use it too much because it's just too many advertisements. it's like, I don't know. I would think that I feel like this $10 thing lasts longer. The scent lasts longer. Like I enjoy smelling it on myself. I'm not wearing scent for other people. It's because I like the smell, you know? I enjoy smelling it. And then I can smell it on my clothes, you know? If I put my, what was that? My sweater? No, my favorite shirt. Oh, you know, this was Herbie decided that my favorite shirt is also his favorite shirt. I think it's because it has buttons on it. I don't wear many things with shirts with buttons on them, but he didn't take any of them off, but he loved to chew on the buttons. And like he would just grab it and chew on it. What was I talking about at first? I completely forgot. Oh, cool. You know what I don't like about dollar stores is, you know, you're like, you go in and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know they had this here. Cool. And then they won't have it next time you go. There's no consistency. Oh, yeah, that's the most famous English lavender. I love lavender, but like I have a big bottle of lavender oil, but I do sometimes, they don't all smell the same, that's for sure. I mean, I've just got the actual oil as opposed to a perfume. Oh, and then my grandmother's from Wales, and I love Welsh stuff. And back when I was a kid, well, my mom went to Wales a few times, and one time she brought back a perfume called Welsh Lavender, and it just had a really nice sticker on it. And I remember smelling it, like just picking it up off of her perfume thing and smelling it. And I looked it up to see if I could find a vintage bottle of it. I don't remember if I found it. And I want to go find it again. Anyway, I like having my big English perfume. Oh, cool. I did go to Wales. I mean, I really want to go again. I'm very thankful. Oh, yeah, I'm very thankful that I got to go to Wales in 1998 with my grandmother, who came from Wales. And one of the places we went was her hometown. And we went to the house that she grew up in. And the lady who lived there let us come in and take some pictures and stuff. So I'm very thankful that I got to go there. I like rose smells too, but my favorite perfume is, I've heard of that, I don't know how to say it, by Givenchy, but they don't make it anymore and I have to order at certain places. Aw, doesn't that suck? And they're good. Someday there's going to be none left. Oh, I would love to go to Ireland someday. I think Ireland, I just think green and lucky clover. Leprechauns. It just sounds magical. Yeah. So, what are some Irish perfumes? I love emerald green. Mm. Well, I'm going to look up Irish perfumes. It's 10 o'clock already? Nope. I was trying to remember if I took my last pills. Handmade Irish perfumes. Oh, these sound pretty. Winter woods. Oh, this one looks really pretty. Oh, look at this one. Irish rose perfume. It's on realirish.com. Oh, it's so pretty. Let me copy and paste it for y'all. This one looks so pretty. The packaging. I didn't even look at what it's going to smell like. Vibrant and joyful. Irish rose is a delicate floral fragrance that takes the freshness of a sea breeze. I love reading descriptions like this. And delicately adds the fragrance of rose and spring blossoms. The scent blends 5 variety of roses. Lily of the Valley is a rose. Doesn't look like a rose. Lily of the Valleys are so cute. Patchouli isn't a rose. Wait, what's going on? Geranium. What? Patchouli's not a rose. Is it? Apple blossom. Is that a rose? What's going on here? It says 5 varieties of roses, and then they list flowers that I didn't think were roses. I don't like being confused. Okay, I have to look something else up now. Patchouli is not a rose, and neither is Lily of the Valley. Who wrote this? It's a lily. Lily of the Valleys are so cute. Isn't it pretty, the packaging? Yeah, I mean, first, that's the first thing you're drawn to, right? If you see something, if you smelled it first, you would be drawn to that. Like I was drawn to the display they had with all these perfumes from this brand. Ines. Hey, perfume, Ines perfume. Oh, now it shows water. Is it like an oceany kind of scent? Very pretty. The water is very pretty. Perfect sunny day by the sea. That sounds beautiful. Gorgeous. Glorious. That looks really nice. I'm smelling the Yardley. I think the two are nice mixed together. That's what I think. I can't believe it's 10:23 already. Remember that time when I was reading chapter 15 and I couldn't read anymore and then I turned the light off? Remember that time? Crisp and fresh. Yeah. Don't you hate that when you have this product that you love and then they discontinue it? I also hate it when something is just fine the way it is and then they update it or upgrade it. But it's worse. Yeah. Oh, well, I love woodsy tree smells as well. Like this stuff. Like this dense forest fragrance. It smells so good. It's like being in the forest. Maybe because I grew up in the forest. Well, my parents' house, where they still live, and it's the only house I lived in because we never moved, is on a hill, but we have a bunch of forest in the back that is part of the property. And so I spent a lot of my childhood in the woods. I wasn't a tomboy though. Like I would bring my dolls into the woods and stuff. But I love the woods. Yeah. I don't like almondy teas or things, but I love almonds. What's that almond tea? Or wait, no, I'm thinking of a movie. Darjeeling. It's the almond biscuits. No, it's the tea. Okay, never mind. I know hazelnuts, but I don't think I've ever had hazelnut coffee, and I don't think I would enjoy it either. Oh, and I still have my little bottle of geranium oil. Holy Hannah, that stuff is expensive. But I got one bottle of it and I love it so much. I find it so calming, the smell of the geranium, and I'll put it on my skin. It's supposed to be really good for your skin too. And I would keep it, well, I still have it because it smells, even though there's nothing in it. But it costs $33. And there's a reason why. I guess it's harder to produce, or it's harder to obtain, or however they get it from the flower. Oh man. Like in the prairie or something. Yeah, the prairies scare me, or like flatland scares me. I need to feel like I'm insulated somewhat by mountains and things. Big, wide open spaces I find scary. And I need shade. Some ads are going to run. It says in 28 seconds, ads will run shortly for some viewers. And then it says skip ads. Well, I don't see the ads. I guess I can skip ads so that it won't play. Okay, I'll go skip ads. Okay, it's not going to play ads. That's good. I don't have anything fun to eat. Now that I don't have a little kitty around to get into my food, I kind of wish I had something fun to eat. Something I don't have to prepare. I have grapes, but I was eating cheese with my grapes last night, and I ate all my cheese, but not all my grapes. And I kind of wish I had some cheese to go with the rest of my grapes. Oh man. I like the idea of the prairie. There's something romantic about it. It makes me think of Little House on the Prairie or some old Western movie. But I think to actually be there, I would not enjoy it. I do not like wind. I do not like heat. I do not like being dry. Yeah. Although I have to go to Saskatchewan someday to visit my aunt and my cousin. Otherwise, I would never go there. Okay, I think, gosh, I can't believe how much I increased. It seems like it's not getting longer. That's what she said. It seems like, oh, okay, maybe I can see it a little. Like, I don't want really, really long sleeves, but they're going to be long enough so that I can, like, cuddle a bit in my sleeves. So I think it's going to be cute. Of course, it would be easier to knit a pullover, but I don't want a pullover. I want something that's easier to remove and put on. And I still have like 2 sips of tea left. That's not good. Oh, right. I have this thing in my hair. I try to be careful with clips and things. Like, you can ease, if they're, depending on how well made they are or not, your hair can get stuck in it. And I'm trying to be gentle with my hair as I bleach it. But, I know I'm using a bleach that is very high quality and stuff. I mean, obviously it damages, but I'm using lots of nice treatments and things. But these are pretty cheap clips, these ones. I have the hugest kennel you ever saw for my cats. Oh no. Naughty kitties. Yeah. Oh, kitties. I do not know. Okay. So when I first got Herb, I was using just the no-name litter, a big bag of no-name litter, just regular unscented, like the big pieces of litter. And that was fine. I mean, it was like, it wasn't messy, but it smelled pretty bad. And then the last time I got Tidy Cats at the grocery store. I thought, oh, that's good, Tidy Cats. And it's in a nice little plastic container that you can pour out of, which is easier than a bag. And yeah, it's really easy to scoop out. It's very tidy inside the litter box, but the little pieces, there are so many little pieces outside of the litter box, and the little pieces also got stuck on his little feet. So I would find, wherever he would go, I would find little litter, there was like litter everywhere he walked. So it's tidy. Tidy Cats is good inside the litter box, but outside of the litter box wasn't so tidy. There were good things about it and very bad things. Oh my gosh. You thought you were robbed, but it was the cats. Oh my goodness. Oh. Herbie only did this once, pulled all the toilet paper off the roll. He only did that once. Oh, man. Jeez. Cats are nuts. Well, my little guy is having so much fun at his grandparents'. He's having the time of his life. And I miss him so much. Triplet kittens. Oh my gosh. 3 times the terror. But I bet they're adorable. It's time to take me. No, I gotta read again. Poor fishy. I love my baby boy. I'll go visit him soon. Herbie has to get fixed. He's not fixed yet. I don't know. I just thought of Price is Right. Bob Barker. At the end of the show, he would say, "Please have your cat spayed or neutered. Your pet spayed or neutered." I don't know why I just thought of that. I mean, I know why I just thought of it, because you mentioned it. Well, I'm getting quite a little accumulation of junk here. I've got some hair stuff. All my stuff I have to take into the bathroom. I'll put here. Oh, right. I have to, I put gold nail polish on, and then I put some glittery gold over top of it. But I haven't done this side yet. This doesn't have the sparkly glitters yet. This side does. So I have to keep my sparkly glitter out. And I've been wearing my earbuds a lot for when I'm listening to anything out of the computer. So the sound works. Just in case you're interested. Oh, I'm so tired. Honey. Hey, that's in French too. It's the same. Honey. Meow. That's cute. And what did Mitsu is Japanese for honey. I learned that because there's this French singer. Well, now I don't know if she still sings, but she came out in '88, and she was like the Canadian Madonna. they called her, because she was young and risque, like she did risque things. Anyway, her name is Mitsu, and I remember reading in some music magazine or something that it's Japanese for honey. I always thought that was a cute name. Mitsu. I have a Mitsu record. Someday I'll listen to my records again. I'll show you my Mitsu record because I love this record. All I have to do is find it in the bag. Where are you? I'm finding it soon. Jackson, people. Where's Mitsu? Oh, she's right at the back. She was right at the end. Mitsu was right at the end. Right, this is her first album. Mitsu. Does anyone know Mitsu? Mitsu. 1988, I think. I loved this album. It's really fun. Anyone know Mitsu? She has fun songs. Yeah. Goofy. Funny. Fun. Now I have to go put it back. Aren't they? Yeah. It's a globe. Right. There's a. What is this? It's weird on here. Ugh. What is it? Sticky. Like there's a Spanish kind of song and a Chinese one. And they kind of have like a different. What's that word? Not world, but like a different. Like there's a Chinese one. It's not. They're all in French, but Les Chinois. And then yeah, it does. Anyway, I only have one of her records, but I like her early music. I think she's on. Well, she's like a TV or radio personality now. Because she's like when she started this. I think she's 18 here. Yeah, she was 18 when she started. This is from 1988. I just thought she was cool. Fun music. Well, I have to go put it back now. Fun videos, too. Fun music videos. Okay. Just put it down. All right, I'm going to put it back, and then I'm going to log off. Hey, it's Dean Travers. Dean Travers. Because I'm really tired, but I'm glad. It was nice to chat with y'all. When I keep myself busy like this or engaged, then I distract myself from thinking about her work. Yeah, I sure do wish I had something yummy to eat. I mean, it's not like I don't have things to eat, but I just want a bag of something that I can just open and eat. You know what I mean? And I don't have a bag of anything. So, but I'm definitely not going outside to get a bag of anything because I have no idea if it's icy or rainy or what. I'll look out the window after and find out. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It's fun to chat about stuff. And I'll be around another time. I hope you're enjoying. It's been a couple days since I did a Twin Dilemma chapter, but as I said, I'm halfway through chapter 15 recording, so that'll be up tomorrow for sure. And then I'm having fun making these little artsy, the painting and the music. I'm having a lot of fun. The last one I did has kittens in it, so go check it out. It's a painting with a little girl in bed and a bunch of kittens, and it's really sweet. So good night, Claire. Have a wonderful night, and everybody else too. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. I didn't realize your channel was not finding so great. You know me? Should have liked. Hey, thank you, Francis. That's great. I mean, I do make some money. Well, no, I can't monetize all of my videos. Like these ones I've been doing with the paintings and the music, I can't because of all of the music is copyright. But yeah, right now my main thing is to get my new laptop so I can be more productive on the channel and get more done, because that is going to be great. Good night, Francis. Thank you so much. Bye.